What the hell?
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 Hello, everybody, and welcome to What the Hell Should I Watch? The weekly rundown of what we're watching, which may become what you're watching, coming at you every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time on stevestabbing.ca, which is something I usually say unless I have a head cold and I don't want to doom the viewer to see my mug and to hear my nasally voice as I try to make it through a bunch of movie reviews and maybe try not snot rocket onto the camera because there was like massive pressure going through the dome and it definitely was not happening.
All that might be me today because I've got some pretty crazy allergies going on. So
Oh, sweet. Welcome to late spring entering summertime. And speaking of summer, I'm going to get to a belated review of a film that usually that Memorial Day weekend slot is the kickoff to the summer movie blockbusters. Plus, I've got some good old horror for Chloe and I to talk about, as well as Nicolas Cage making his television debut by entering the Spider-Verse once again. But let's just get started. Yes, I'm belated on this one, as I was saying, and people have already probably done all of their hot takes of this film, shit all over Lucasfilm for basically putting another $200 million film into theaters and getting a low box office return so far out of it. But I might be on the differing side of it all. This one is Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu.
once a lone bounty hunter, Mandalorian Din Djarin and his apprentice Grogu embark on an exciting new Star Wars adventure. Starring Pedro Pascal, Jeremy Allen White, Brendan Wayne, Lateef Crowder, Johnny Coyne, Martin Scorsese, and Sigourney Weaver. Written and directed by Jon Favreau.
It's funny because like three of those actors in that description there are just Mandalorian, like the different body doubles and stuff.
Okay.
Like, so it's Pedro Pascal, who is like
Yeah.
the voice and the face, right? Whenever Mando's helmet does come off. But yeah, Lateef Crowder and the other guy, which is actually John Wayne's grandson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Brendan Wayne.
Yeah, Brendan Wayne is also the body for Mandalorian as well. But this, I mean, let's just call this exactly what it is. This was a pivot by Disney to make the fourth season of the highly successful Mandalorian series into a movie. Basically stitching it through into a movie. And honestly, one of my biggest complaints of this film is you do feel that breakup of episodes. Like there is a point, almost like I would say an hour and a bit into the film, where it feels like it does kind of reach some sort of resolution, and then we keep going, so that's in that form. It does feel like episode television, which is predominantly how we've seen the Mandalorian anyways. So maybe that's just a stigma that has come out of it. That said, I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, when you get Star Wars, you get a lot of practical effects, and I really, really dig that about Star Wars, especially when it comes to creatures and everything. And Grogu is a great hot selling toy. Like
Right.
but he's super entertaining, and I'm not annoyed. There is a large angry contingent of people that are very annoyed by Grogu, but I enjoy him quite a bit. I like the relationship between him and Mando. I think it's endearing. There's a bit of full circle storytelling between the first season and this season that I think is really nice. It hit me in the heartstrings a bit, and did its job as being manipulative and all that shit.
Yeah.
But and as far as an action film, it's Star Wars, and it keeps moving. It keeps moving and keeps grooving. There's just not a lot of like downtime in this film at all. I actually got your sister to go to this film, and they said it was way too loud. As soon as the lasers started firing, they were like, "Does it have to be that loud?" And I was like, "They're called blasters for a reason."
Yeah.
Like, we should have brought headphones for them. But I don't know. It was a fun experience. Like it's not. I mean, Star Wars was never meant to be anything that was like deep or anything. And I know for you, like this is all just kind of like because it's Star Wars and it's never something that you ever got into. So
Yeah.
this is just like another thing to ignore, essentially. But I don't know, it's a fun action film. I don't think it deserves all the strife and negativity that's aimed at it. But yeah, I guess maybe it is a cash grab for Disney to try to put this in theaters, and it didn't really exactly work out for them so far because it got its ass handed to them by two essentially independent films. One
Yeah.
made for $750,000 that has now turned over $100 million in profit, and another one that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes that was made for $10 million, and I think the majority of that money was spent on a set, and I'll explain that one as well. A couple of the other actors that don't appear on this and are actually like creatures in this film, the voices of creatures in it, was Stephen McKinley Henderson, who's really, really great in Civil War from Alex Garland. He's so good in that film, and I really enjoy him as a character actor. And the little mechanic dudes, definitely destined to sell toys as at like Porgs were and all that kind of stuff from the Star Wars universe. The little mechanic furry dudes, they're all voiced by Shirley Henderson, who you'd probably know as Moanin' Myrtle in Harry Potter,
Okay.
who
Weird.
played a dead teenager ghost in that one, but she was like a 38-year-old woman when she was playing that role, which is just really weird. Also appearing as actors, background actors, and some named characters in this one. Besides Dave Filoni, the writer himself, and like the head of Star Wars now, and this is like a really good thing in my opinion that Dave Filoni is in charge, because he's the guy that did Clone Wars and Rebels and all the cartoons and stuff. So he has like this deep lore. He's like connected creatively to Star Wars. So I hope good things come with the new direction, with the new leader. But he's in it. Dead giveaway with his cowboy hat getup that he always wears. But directors appearing in this one. Deborah Chow is in this one, who's directed some episodes of Star Wars. All of these guys have directed episodes of Star Wars. But Lee Isaac Chung, known for Minari and Twisters most recently, and Rick Famuyiwa, who did a bunch of Star Wars, but also did a really great film with Shamik Moore called Dope that I really, really dig. It's a great film. Also, the voice of C-3PO, Anthony Daniels, is voice in this film as well, very quickly. Let's get some nerdy bits here. Academy Award winner is the scorer of this film, Ludwig Göransson, who just won for Sinners very recently, but I mean, he is Ryan Coogler's usual guy. But he is also everything Mandalorian and Boba Fett when it comes to Disney Plus shows. Like, he does all the scores for that. But he also did the score for Oppenheimer, Turning Red for Pixar, and Venom with Tom Hardy. Also in the TV world, he did the score for, I think, the 3 best shows of the aughts, we'll call it, the 2000 to 2010, because he did the music for New Girl, Community, and Happy Endings, which are all my favorite shows probably of the last 25 years. Like, I adore those shows so much. Also in the music video department, which extends to Community as well, he did a lot of music video work for Childish Gambino, Donald Glover and Childish Gambino, as well as a music video for Rihanna's Lift Me Up.
Okay.
There we go. You're like recognition. It was shot by David Klein, who is, I mean, he's a Kevin Smith dude. Like, when I think Dave Klein, I think Kevin Smith a lot, but I mean, now I think more Star Wars, because did this one, and he did the Skeleton Crew for Disney Plus recently, which is a really fun little Goonies like series. I really dug that one. And because I've talked about this guy only pretty recently, because he'll come up time and again, especially with me being a Smitty fan, bringing all that stuff up. But next up, he has 5 Star Weekend, which is a series that has Jennifer Garner, Regina Hall, and Chloe Sevigny in it. So all actors I enjoy a lot. Let's get some trivia. I found some really, I don't know, to me, cool trivia out of this stuff. All the creatures that appear in the gladiatorial scene of this one are actually the full-size versions of all of them that are on the Jajaric chess game on the Millennium Falcon in New Hope from 1977. This was weird too. This one I thought was weird, and I noticed it. This is the first Star Wars live action movie with cast and crew credits near the beginning. Plus, it doesn't have the Star Wars crawl at the beginning.
Does every single one of them have that?
Yeah, every single one does. So yeah, that's kind of weird. By her own admission, Sigourney Weaver joined the cast of this film because she really wanted to act on screen with Grogu. Because Grogu is a physical puppet, right? And like, right. Grogu did the red carpet and everything.
Right.
So yeah, they're just milking the, well, I mean, and it's a $1 million thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, they spent a shitload of cash on it. So just milk it for all it's got. This is the first Star Wars film in 7 years since the release of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, otherwise known as the really shitty one. And this movie marks Sigourney Weaver's 4th sci-fi franchise where she appears. So it's Alien, Ghostbusters, Avatar, and Star Wars now. That's a pretty solid resume. Sigourney Weaver is a fucking legend. Absolutely a legend. But yeah, this film has probably been talked to death now at this point. So my opinion doesn't really add that much more to it. It just I enjoyed it. I would say if I'm adding anything to it, I would say I would be adding positivity to the review because it was a fun experience. Speaking of fun experiences, but fun experiences in some sort of like existential dread that I cannot explain, and I'm still trying to figure out. This next one is a horror experience unlike any other, and it comes from such a rich history in which I was previously not knowledgeable about, but I've watched many things since. This is Backrooms.
After a therapist's patient disappears into a dimension beyond reality, she must venture into the unknown to save him. Starring Chiwetel Ejiofor, Renat Rensby, Mark Duplass, Finn Bennett, and Lukita Maxwell. Written and directed by Kane Parsons. I'm so upset I didn't see this on opening, but I justified it to myself because I did not want to see this with a bunch of 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's my justification, but I am still so excited for this. I followed the original YouTube series as it was releasing. Okay. So, yeah.
Well, liminal's kind of your thing too, isn't it?
Yes, liminal, analog, all that. I'm forgetting the other term, but it's like, oh man, it's actually annoying me. There's another type of online horror.
Creepypasta?
I used to be really into creepypastas. That's kind of what all this evolved from.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
And just like just exploring between two worlds. Like that's what this is essentially. I've seen so many different things since. I've seen the water slide things, the pool rooms, like weird stuff, and then like big tall like totems looking like a totem looking guy with a big bulbous head and like wearing a suit, it kind of looks like. And after the fact, seeing things like the bacteria and the other still life things within the stuff that I'm gonna say that Kane Parsons was part of, because it feels that there are a lot of
it's something like Karn something, and it's like meat starts taking over the world or something like that, and it's like
that's what disease. the black stuff is.
Oh, in the Backrooms. I thought you were talking about another series that he did. No, the black stuff is a type of fungus.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But going into this movie, I really had no clue. Really what I was getting into. All I knew is basically a guy finds a doorway in which is really just kind of like he clips through a wall and ends up in the Backrooms, which is a place in the in-between, essentially. A series of rooms and corridors that are just never ending, essentially. And this movie's wild. This movie's absolutely wild. I can just find myself getting more and more intrigued into what was going on and the exploration of everything. And there's one thing that's said in this movie, and I'm not going to go too spoilery, but there's one thing that Clark, Chiwetel Ejiofor's character, says, and he says, it's like if you had never seen a dog before and then someone describes a dog to you and you draw it from memory, that's what the Backrooms is doing.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's wild.
I already know the entire like history of the Backrooms, so I'm mostly just excited to see this iteration of it.
Mm-hmm. And what can continue from it too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because this movie is fascinating to its core. I won't go any deeper because I would like to have a bigger conversation with you once you've seen the film, but I will bring up some trivia and some nerdy bits, but people that don't appear in that. Well, actually, I want to skip this one too because some of it has spoiler stuff in it. So never mind. Moving on. Nerdy stuff. It was co-written with Will Sudik, whose biggest claim to fame that I saw was he wrote 10 episodes of Ash versus Evil Dead, which I really dig that show. So very, very different from this one. But Kane Parsons, the director of this film and the co-writer of this film, and really the creator, Did the score. I did the score with Ido van Bremen, who I've already talked about before. He usually, the last thing he did was Keeper with Osgood Perkins, which is actually coincidental because this film was shot by Jeremy Cox, who also shot Keeper. So, and Osgood's a producer on this film as well.
Nice.
So it's all kind of connected. Let's get some nerdy stuff, and all of this is probably just stuff that Chloe already knows. But the Backrooms as a concept originated in a 4chan thread in 2019. The thread featured a single still image of empty yellow rooms and read, "If you're not careful and no clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the back rooms, where nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you."
Yep.
That's
Love
awesome.
Love
That
it
is
so much.
awesome. That is so great. And we're eating well with this liminal stuff between this and Exit 8 coming out this year as well. It's like there's an appetite for this now. I think we might see more stuff like this.
Seeing a lot of internet horror, like a lot of ideas and concepts that originated on the internet.
Yeah.
And
getting
I'm
a
loving
place
that.
getting a spotlight finally.
Yeah.
No, it's very cool. A24 actually discovered Kane Parsons online. Loved the idea of his Backrooms creation. And then they pitched the movie to him a while back, but it was put on hold because of the Hollywood strike. It was later revived with Parsons set to write and direct the film. So at 19, he became A24's youngest director, starting production after he finished high school.
Yeah. The guy's insanely talented. Like the original Backrooms series on YouTube is done entirely in Blender.
That's so cool.
Like it's he animated it himself, but it's photorealistic. And it's insane. Like I highly recommend giving the original series a watch. Just because it's talent, it's raw talent. And
now
it's
he's
cool.
got a huge platform now.
Exactly. It's cool to see where he started and where he is now, where he's been able to take this idea and this concept.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's I'm still astonished by this film, and I saw it days ago at this point. He says his creative influences on this film are Mr. Robot, 1 Hour Photo, Portal, Punishment Park, and Paranoia Agent.
I literally just watched that the other day.
Nice. Yeah, he's apparently he's a huge fan of that film, so
it's a good film.
And the production built around 30,000 square feet of backrooms, which led to some crew members occasionally getting lost on the set.
Immersive.
Yeah, absolutely immersive. It's so crazy. An in-universe TV commercial for Captain Clark's Ottoman Empire was broadcast on Pluto TV, featuring a working number 408-357-2875 that sends faxes when you use a fax machine.
Okay.
And then the movie grossed $81 million domestically just this past weekend, more than any other A24 film. It more than tripled the record, which was previously held by Civil War, which opened at $26 million.
Wow.
And at 20, which he is now, Kane Parsons is the youngest person to direct a film that opened at #1 at the box office. The previous record holder was John Singleton, who was 25 when Poetic Justice opened. It's crazy. I loved this movie. The dread of this movie is insane. I don't think I've experienced it something like it. It kind of reminded me of Hereditary a bit in the dread that it was delivering. yeah, I was really, really into this one. And we're eating so well between this and Obsession. It's really fucking good times. But let's move on and talk about another horror film that I didn't mention at all when it came to good ones. There might be a reason for that. This one's called Passenger.
After a young couple witnesses a gruesome highway accident, they soon realize they did not leave the crash scene alone, as a demonic presence called the Passenger won't stop until it claims them both. Starring Jacob Scipio, Lou Lobel, and Melissa Leo. Directed by Andre Ovredal.
So this one benefited from a good ad campaign, I'll say, just because the trailer is almost like a little short film, and I think is kind of effective. You've
The trailer
probably
did not hook me.
No, it didn't hook you at all.
Watching the trailer, I was like, I don't see this being good. It feels like they're trying really hard to make it look good, but I don't think it will be good. And that's what I told Julius when we watched the trailer. I was like, I don't trust this one.
No, this was one of those where because you're always watching the movies and you're watching the trailers and then you it's one of those, right?
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok about it and it made me laugh. It's so true. So true. Well, that one looks pretty good. I don't know. I thought at least the first couple times I saw the trailer, I thought it was slightly effective. That is essentially the first scene in the film, obviously. And this one loses style very quickly. And just badly executed. There is a scene between the second and third act that kind of set up the act, the finale of the film, and it's so badly executed that I was laughing. And it even has a kill within it, and I still thought that was hilarious. This movie and this movie also suffers from that don't show your monster too much.
Where it's like obvious that they're trying not to show it.
That they are, but once they do, like, it starts to become less scary. In the third act, the passenger is not scary.
Great.
He is not scary. And there are a couple of sequences that are fun visually, but this movie is not scary and largely dull. And they're trying to use the hobo code, like that signage and symbology and everything from the hobo code, and just not effective whatsoever. And I mean, Andre Ovredal, The Autopsy of Jane Doe is an excellent film. Really, really good, super effective. I haven't seen Troll Hunter. That's his other film as well. I've never seen that one, but Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, again, is pretty solid visually.
Yeah, I liked that movie.
But for me, it wasn't memorable. Like it looks great.
I routinely forget about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one of the monsters, and I'm sure you can guess which one that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big fat thing.
Exactly. That's the one that everybody thinks of. Like people will see that, like it'll just come up on their feed, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that."
Yeah, that
and
movie.
That's it.
And that's it. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really have like legacy. No. And he also did, and I haven't watched it yet. I have the Blu-ray. I haven't watched it. The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Oh yeah.
He did that one. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't have it for Passenger at all. Let's get some nerdy bits here before we move on. The score was done by Christopher Young. He usually does work with Scott Derrickson and the master Sam Raimi. But also going way back, did the score for Hellraiser, like going back to the 80s. Swordfish with John Travolta and Hugh Jackman, and Rounders with Matt Damon and Edward Norton. Matthew Damon. But one for you. He did the music for a Medea Christmas.
Oh my god.
Medea Christmas.
Medea Christmas.
And just
Yay.
wanted to satiate my Nicolas Cage stuff. He also did the music for Ghost Rider
Awesome.
in the mid 2000s.
I was randomly thinking about that movie the other week.
Right?
I don't know why.
Nicolas Cage was Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, he was Ghost Rider. I don't want to watch that movie again.
I had so much fun. It's a terrible movie, but Spirit of Vengeance is so much fun. It's so ridiculous. It's the guys that did Crank, and it's out of control.
Yeah.
It's still a fun movie. It was shot by Federico Verardi, if I can say that name correctly, whose only real claim to fame that I saw that I recognize was Z Nation. Of course, I'm going to bring that one up again.
Yeah.
Sci-Fi's Z Nation, keeping
Yeah.
it alive. But music video wise, a really kick-ass song. Did Hailstrom's Love Bites, So Do I. It's a great song. I really like Hailstrom. But yeah, pass in a time where you have options like Obsession and Backrooms, never go see Passenger. Never. Don't do that. Don't give that money that movie money. Just don't do it. Instead, give your money, if you have already seen both of those films and want to step out of the genre for a second, give your money to this next film. And it was a film that played VIFF, actually. It played on the Friday that Chloe and I weren't there. And I really wish I was there because I feel late to the party on a really great film. This one's called Tuner.
A talented piano tuner's meticulous skills for tuning pianos leads him to discover an unexpected aptitude for cracking safes, turning his life upside down. Starring Leo Woodall, Havana Rose Liu, Lior Raz, Tova Feldsha, Jean Reno, and Dustin Hoffman. Written and directed by Daniel Roher. What?
Jean Reno.
I knew it.
Do you know? Have you heard of a movie
I know
called...
who Jean Reno is. Yeah, I thought it was spelled like the French way, like Renaux.
Oh,
I thought
gotcha.
That's how it was spelled. So I didn't recognize
straight up
it.
Reno.
Reno.
Straight up Reno.
From Reno, pretending to be French.
Straight up Reno.
Starring Leo Woodall, Havana Rose Liu, Lior Raz, Tova Feldsha, Jean Reno, and Dustin Hoffman. Written and directed by Daniel Roher. Roher? I hardly know her.
Oh my god. Yeah, I wish we saw this one. This one was really good. Probably honestly one of my favorite movies of 2026 now, because I guess it counts that this movie came out this year, right now. And Daniel Roher is interesting. He did the AI doc. It was released just a few weeks before this one came out. It was like the AI doc, or how I stopped worrying and became an apocalypse.
Okay.
Interesting. So yeah, documentary and now a feature film, and a film that is very studious in setting up character before really thrusting you into the drama and the bad decisions and the crime of everything going on, and does it so well. And besides a great direction and a great script, I attribute that to a phenomenal performance by Leo Woodall, who I feel really arrives with this film as far as me, his impression on me, because I don't really have a lot of experience with him as an actor. He's so damn good in this film. And Dustin Hoffman is, he's that Hollywood legend stuff. He's so charming every moment he's on screen. And he really helps set up the character really, really, really well to the fact that you care about them very deeply when stuff starts to go wrong. And the safe cracking stuff's so cool, and the fact that his disability, which is I mean, hyperacusis is very real, and putting that with like a musical prodigy and everything, it's makes this movie really fascinating, and the way this movie moves in very, very good and compelling ways, and just a completely well scripted and constructed film from from top to bottom. I was hooked, and I love the final line. I love the final line so much. It's such a really great cap on this film. And this one was actually the one of the last mystery screening that I went to, and yeah, just really, really, really got me. I think you would have liked it too. I think it really would have made an impression on you as well. Got some little nerdy bits here. It was scored by Will Bates, who, speaking of documentary, usually does a lot of documentaries with one of my favorite documentarians, Alex Gibney, who has done some of the best documentaries I've ever seen, and I went out and bought pretty much most of his filmography. I enjoy him a lot. But besides that, he did the Daniel Radcliffe undercover neo-Nazi thriller Imperium, which is actually a pretty solid film. Immaculate, I know you really like that one. And Another Earth with Britt Marling, which is like a very interesting sci-fi drama. Britt Marling is a very interesting person herself. And in the TV world, for all the retirement home people, he did the music for NCIS's spin-off series Tony and Ziva, which really only lasted a year anyway, so one and gone. But also a show that I'm probably going to watch pretty quickly after I'm done the Interview with the Vampire watch through. Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches with Alexandra Daddario. And a George R.R. Martin written series called Night Flyers. I did the music for that. And it was shot by Lowell A. Meyer, who I've actually already talked about on the show before, because he shot the Nick Kroll comedy I Don't Understand You. But he is going to be his next film that he already completed is called Other Mommy. It's a horror film directed by Rob Savage, who did Host for Shudder. It's got Jessica Chastain in it. Why don't you look up Other Mommy on IMDb and just read out the synopsis of this one?
Bella, an 8-year-old girl living in a home with marital problems, confronts a flatulent entity that comes out of her closet. The presence, who she calls Other Mommy, becomes increasingly threatening to her and her family. What? This is a completely normal horror movie synopsis or summary, but flatulent?
Yeah, that's exactly. That's the
it's
word.
Just one word derails the entire thing. What do you mean?
I know.
I don't know what you mean.
I know. I was blown away by it as well.
Jay Duplass, like related to
Mark Duplass's brother.
Mark. Yeah. Okay. And it's got I don't know how to pronounce her name. Deacon Lockman.
Oh yeah, Deacon Lockman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's in a she's been in a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Most recently, Severance.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Animal Kingdom as well, which is a good show.
Mm-hmm. Flatulent ghosts. What can I say?
Okay. All right. That's where we're going now.
Yeah, exactly. But I recommend Tuner to everybody. It's just a well done movie, and Leo Whittle is a freaking star. I can't wait for that guy. They got to put that Austin Butler jetpack on that kid because he's really really good. He's really really good.
Quick, put him in Aliens in the Attic.
Yeah. wait. No, that didn't get him anywhere. It took years for him after that to get somewhere. That held him back. Aliens in the Attic was his cement shoes in Hollywood. All right, let's finish it off with a couple of streaming picks. This one, I was like on the fence about with giving my exuberance about it because I didn't know how people were going to receive it. And now that it's been out for a few days, it's now certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. So I feel a little bit vindicated. This one is, like I said at the top of the show, one of my favorites, getting back into the comic verse of everything. This is Spider Noir.
Ben Reilly, a seasoned, down-on-his-luck private investigator in 1930s New York, is forced to grapple with his past life, following a deeply personal tragedy as the city's one and only superhero. Starring Nicolas Cage, Lamorne Morris, Lee Jun Lee, Karen Rodriguez, Abraham Papula, Jack Houston, and Brendan Gleeson. Created by Oren Uziel. Available on Prime Video.
Yeah. There's two different ways to watch this. There's such nerdy stuff about this one.
Yeah, I was noticing that there's like you can watch it in color or you can watch it in black and white. And when I first because I was pretty excited for this. I haven't watched it yet, but I was excited for it, and then I forgot about it, and then I saw it again. And I was just like, is this a movie or a show? Because I think it's a movie because Nick Cage has never done a TV show before.
Yeah, he did.
And I was like,
this
holy
is his first one.
It's a show.
Yeah, it's 6 episodes, and it's Nick Cage doing his first show because he read the script and he loved it, and he really wanted to do it, and it's a lot of fun. I thought I'm choosing to watch it in black and white, and already the deeper Spider-Man lore in there is really great. I mean, Jack Houston is Flint Marko. He's Sandman.
Nice.
So they're like actually like they doing the real cool nods to all the Spider-Man villains, and Nicolas Cage is having an absolute blast. And I really like seeing this iteration of Spider-Man web slinging around the city in like a fedora and like suit and stuff. I think it's just so cool. I nerd out on shit like this, and Spider-Man is always and forever cool to me. I'm always going to be into Spider-Man, and for this to be an offshoot of the Into and Across the Spider-Verse is another conduit for me. It's cool to know that you're going to dig into this as well, and we can bring it back at a later date and just really get into the spoilery aspects of this show. But it's Nicolas Cage being able to, do two things that he's always loved, old Hollywood stuff and comic book stuff. And usually the comic book stuff didn't pan out for him. It never happened or it wasn't successful. So it's cool that he gets to do this one. A little bit of trivia stuff on this one that I picked up. After watching the full, it's 8 episodes. After watching the full 8 episodes for the first time, Nicolas Cage said that it was one of the happiest and most fulfilling moments in his life. As the show combined, like I said, his two passions, classic cinema and comics. I love Nicolas Cage so goddamn much.
Yeah,
I really do. It's his first starring role in the TV series for Nicolas Cage. He modeled his performance after Humphrey Bogart and Edward G. Robinson. And this, I don't know if you knew this, but Nicolas Cage was Sam Raimi's first choice to play the Green Goblin in Spider-Man in 2002.
I didn't know that. Okay. As cool as that would have been, Willem Dafoe is Green Goblin.
Cage was already developing adaptation at the time with Charlie Kaufman and didn't have time to work on such a big film. So, according to Nicolas Cage, he recommended to Raimi both John Malkovich and Willem Dafoe for the role, as he had
John
just worked
Malkovich.
with them on Shadow of the Vampire. Raimi ended up casting Dafoe as Goblin.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to you checking it out because it's cool. It's cool. I'm not done it yet, but I'm cruising. I'm cruising through it. It's got binge written all over it. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's move on to something definitely different when it comes to streaming, but it comes from a creator that I generally really like, especially her show that she had on Netflix for a while called Never Have I Ever. This one is not suitable for work.
Explores the next stage in young people's lives after high school. 5 work-obsessed 20-something professionals living in Manhattan's Murray Hill neighborhood focused on achieving career success and find time for personal happiness. Starring Ella Hunt, Avantika, Will Angus, Jack Martin, Nicholas Duvernay, and Jay Ellis. Created by Mindy Kaling, available on Disney+.
So yeah, Mindy Kaling made obviously made the Mindy Project. She's also that Running Point on Netflix with Kate Hudson. She's a producer on that one too. But Never Have I Ever, Mindy Project, and this show are written by Mindy Kaling. And this series, because Never Have I Ever is high school, moving to college. This feels like that kind of group friends, non-sitcom-y kind of comedy exploration post college, and like when you're trying these guys basically trying to form a career and also navigate love life, all that regular pitfalls. Doesn't have the strongest pilot. I didn't feel really hooked by the characters. Never Have I Ever, I was kind of hooked with at least Davey, the lead character. The character work was endearing enough and compelling enough that I felt drawn into it, and I wanted to binge it. And this one, I feel like I just didn't get it with the first episode, and it needs to work its magic a little bit more. Maybe I don't have room for a show like this. It doesn't do anything immediately to set itself from the pack. There was another show on FX called Adults that I think it did it a lot better. And I think it's competing against again, trying to do something similar where the shows that are really kept picking up steam are stuff that we haven't seen before. And especially in a wide viral degree.
Right.
Like this off-campus one's doing okay, but that's also because people were looking for a recovery from heated rivalry.
Yeah.
And the trends that people jump onto, I don't know if this one is going to be that one. I just don't feel it. All right, let's move on to the new stuff I put in my library. That's right, new to the library this week, and it's kind of funny because the first two ones, just in subject matter, are kind of interconnected. Where the first one is from a writer and director, Adam Rifkin. This one's from the early 90s. It's called The Dark Backward. And it's got Judd Nelson as a terrible stand-up comedian that starts to find his groove when he grows a third arm out of his back. And it's kind of like, yeah, it's a comedy, sci-fi, weird shit. And I mean, just a lot of great cast members in this one, like way young. Like Bill Paxton's in this one too, and I freaking miss that guy as just like so much. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton, one of my favorite character actors ever. So it was, I saw this one on the order sheet and I was like, I had to get it. Just like this other one that I'm adding to the collection, Mr. Saturday Night, starring Billy Crystal. He also directed this film as well. And again, playing a stand-up comedian, but an era specific stand-up comedian. We're talking back in the 60s. So this was like a passion project for Billy Crystal at the time, and put a lot of his own money into it as well, and it didn't do very well as some of those passion projects go. Kevin Costner knows that problem all so well right now. And the third one, another comedy, but one I believe I brought to this show before, Private Benjamin, with Goldie Hawn as a recent widower who decides to enlist in the army. And I actually brought this one because it's part of my Albert Brooks journey, as I journey through all Albert Brooks work. And although he only appears in the first like 2.5 minutes of this movie, I believe it still counts because it's a great film. I really, really dig this movie.
Do I bring up my one butt?
You got one butt? We all got one butt though, Chloe.
It's all you need. Just one.
True. Just one butt. Okay. This is a classic though. I'm really excited for you because this is a classic.
I watched SLC Punk.
Hell yes.
I put it on because I saw Matthew Lillard. I was like, okay, that's all I need. I really, really liked it. It's a great, like, alternative coming of age film. Mm-hmm. And it's really great to see Matthew Lillard, like, really show off his acting prowess, especially because most, if not all of the things that I've seen him in have been pretty slapsticky, have been pretty, kiddie, I guess, because there's the Scream movies and then Scooby-Doo, the live action Scooby-Doo movies, and then the Five Nights at Freddy's movies. Like that is pretty much, before this, the extent of my exposure to Matthew Lillard, and it was specifically the Scooby-Doo movies that made me really, really like him. So to see him in a more serious role was really great. And when Bob dies, that hit hard. Like
that scene's amazing. He's so good, like, in that scene.
So good, like raw. And the line, like, only posers die, like, sticks with me hard. Yeah,
Michael Gurian is really good too. As Bob, he is so good.
Yeah.
I always thought he would have a way bigger career than he did because of SLC Punk, and it never really happened. But he's really good in that movie.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it to anyone who possibly hasn't seen it and is looking to expand their like kind of classic movie reel, and also just to slip into Lillard's acting history, because most of, like, his most relevant stuff, I feel, is quite juvenile, especially compared to this.
Cool. All right, we're almost ready to get out of here, but I have some reminders first. Out on Criterion, and I just warms my heart to see a new Criterion, especially if it's a new film making its Criterion debut, and if it's the only place to get it. But Sentimental Value is available on Criterion. An Academy Award nominated film, Golden Globe nominated, like an awards darling. Just a really, really well done film. I reviewed it on the November 14th episode, so you can check out all of my thoughts on it there. Also out on Blu-ray, and I don't have any hookup for review, so I'm going to be spending my own hard-earned money on this one. But Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie is out on Blu-ray now. Probably the funniest movie in decades. Like, it is a film that hits every time you watch it. It's so goddamn well written, and Matt and Jay are incredible human beings. But I reviewed it on the February 13th episode of the show, and then Chloe reviewed it on the February 20th episode of the show, so you can check out our thoughts on those episodes. Also out this week through Kino Lorber, Jessica Chastain's drama Dreams from Michel Franco is now out. This is an interesting film about class and immigration, and has some very memorable bits in it. But I reviewed it in full on the March 6th episode, so check it out there. Also, a foreign film that is an incredible, mesmerizing must-see that goes to unfathomable depths that I had no idea. It's called Surat. It happens in a Moroccan desert at a rave. And I reviewed it on the February 27th episode of the show, so check it out there. And finally, I know we have both talked about this in review and talked about it as a Blu-ray, but I just noticed that the A24 store has made a brand new pressing, very good looking pressing for their website, their store only, for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which is, I already have it on a VVS Blu-ray, but I don't know, 4K from the A24 store is just too tantalizing to give up. But both Chloe and I gave it a full review on the October 24th episode, so check that out there. We're about to get out of here, but what are we going to talk about next week? Oh, next week. I'm a little trepidatious about the return of this franchise, but Scary Movie is my Thursday movie on the docket as we're recording this. And the director of it's the guy that did all of the Marlon Wayans spoofs through the 2010s. And I don't think he ever got a better Rotten Tomato score than 22. So I'm really worried in that degree. But coming in today at a certified fresh 75%, Masters of the Universe is actually getting some good reviews. So maybe I'm a bit excited for that too. I do have my ticket already, so we'll see how I feel about that. Also, Samara Weaving, Kyle Gallner in a drama called Carolina Caroline. You had me at both those actors. I adore both those actors. So very excited to check that one out. One that I gave a pre-VIF review on is finally getting its release now, called Our Hero Balthazar. A pretty solid film that I implore people to check out. Also, RuPaul's Stop That Train. I have no idea what I'm getting into with this film, but very much looking forward to how vibrant it will be. Its drag is huge right now, so might as well get on the train, right? Also, Mark O'Brien, Canadian Mark O'Brien, has a film for Shudder called The Voices of Our Mother. And lastly, Stephen Graham and his partner are trying to tame a unruly teenager, I guess. This film's called Heal, and I've heard some wild things about that. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. But that brings us to a close here. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Threads, and Blue Sky at The Stevel Dead.
You can find me on Letterboxd at HoneyBunChloe.
You can also find all of the episodes for this show on stevestebbing.ca or go to the YouTube page and please like and subscribe. You can also find us on shiftheads.ca. You can hear me a few different places. First, on After the Credits with Marina, Bill, and Melissa. You can find those episodes at atcpod.ca. You can also hear me on Tremble, the Horror Podcast with Kurt and Taylor. You can find those episodes at 3angrynerds.com. And you can also hear me now on Kelowna's AM 1150 every Friday just after the 8:30 news break. And you can also hear me on Shane Hewitt and the Night Shift, Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Toronto's News Talk 1010, found on the iHeartRadio network. You can also get all of those episodes wherever you get your favorite podcast. And that does it for us. We've emptied out our list for this week, so until next week, bye-bye.